Hey tags and welcome. This is Ash from My Tech, and we're about to start this live stream. So let's crack it.
From March 6, you can get a Galaxy S20 of your own, starting at $999. From March 6, you can get a Galaxy S20 of your own, starting at $999. Starting at $999. And all three models will be available in blazing fast 5G. We're also pleased to announce that effective today, we are reducing prices on the Galaxy S10. And soon, S10 users will get some of the great features through software updates.
It can be yours from February the 14th, and it's available starting at $1,380. That's kind of a mixed response.
You can get a pair of your own on February 14th for $149.
I hope you guys caught this. Yeah, I did a little reaction thing there. Not reaction, little intro. Can you actually see me? Because did you catch that 2.16 second awkward silence from the audience? I mean, I wasn't the only one, was I? Okay. Hey tags and welcome. This is Ash from My Tech, and on this channel I want to help you develop a better relationship with technology. So find the subscribe button, click on it, and click on the bell icon to go from newbie to techie. So what we're doing today is a reaction to the live Samsung Unpacked, which happened on the 11th of February 2020. And you've seen we've had the Samsung Z Flip, the S20, S20 Plus, and S20 Ultra. I think that was about it. And oh yeah, the Buds Plus, whatever it's called, is it AirBuds? Now you guys must have caught it. If not, you can watch the highlight and the long live session on the channel. I'm going to put links below in the description, but we uploaded it already. What I wanted to ask you, let me know first of all if one, you can hear me, and two, what was your general reaction to the Unpacked event? What did you make of it? Because I saw the community post that I put up. Okay, I'm going to show you that right now, and it's a bit worrying to me, to be honest with you. Right now, at the moment, we've got 58% of you who think that the Samsung Unpacked was awesome and that you will be buying or upgrading to the either S20 or the Z Flip. That's 58% so far. I was a bit surprised with this. Only 12% thought it was ridiculous and 30% said something else. I'm guessing you are iPhone users. I'm not entirely sure. You can tell me if I'm correct or not. But so go on. I want to know, write down in the chat, what did you make of the Unpacked event? By the way, I can't see anyone on the chat. And oh, I can see someone. Rafael Quintana, hello, thank you for your videos, very useful. You're very welcome, Rafael, and welcome to the live stream. And can you please tell me whether you can hear me okay, right? So, any reaction, any thoughts on the whole Samsung Unpacked event? Because I'm going to tell you mine. That's what we're here for. And we're just going to hang out. I was shocked. I thought I was watching an Apple live launch event, right? Good evening, Zizo. How are you? Okay, fantastic. You super happy about the new products. As a Samsung fan, I would buy. Okay, Zizo. Oh, you're breaking my heart, man. All right, maybe. All right, listen. As usual with anything, there's always exceptions. If you've got some money, if you are way overdue for your next smartphone upgrade, you're probably rocking something 5-year-old or maybe more, and you can afford it. And fair enough, go and buy the Samsung phone. But even then, I would tell you, look, do yourself a favor. If you want to save some money, wait a little bit. Don't just get it on Thursday on launch day. It will definitely come down in price. Usually tech does. My biggest problem with the whole Samsung launch event was, what the fudge? Samsung, are you mad, bro? You're not Apple, okay? Look, Apple, they are Apple, right? they started this nonsense when they released their iPhone 10 series, correct? At £1,000 or $1,000, and then that was the base price, and then things kept going up. Look, Apple can do what they can do and can charge whatever they want because they are Apple in their field. They have no competition when it comes to the iOS software and also their hardware because they have complete monopoly. They have complete proprietary IP design on everything. Okay, so fans of Apple, they have no choice if they want to stick to the Apple eco environment. They've got no choice. I mean, they can be angry if it's too expensive, but you know, Apple knows how to do business. But Samsung, you are not Apple, all right? What the heck are you doing? On the Android platform, we have something called choices. You have competition, right? You've got LG, Motorola, Huawei, Xiaomi, and the list goes on. True? If people cannot afford your device, and I think people can't, but I could be wrong, you can prove me wrong, they will just choose a different competitor, right? Because they're still going to stay on the Android platform, but there is choices. Are you mad? You can't do these prices. Zizo, come on. Are you going to buy? Really, I mean, fine, you can buy whatever you want, but are you happy with the price? It's ridiculous, okay? Guys, if anyone is as shocked, because look, we were not there, right? You and I, we were sitting at home and watching it live, but the audience, that's why I played back that first clip for you, the audience did not respond for 2.16 seconds. They were completely silent, and then they kind of probably felt forced to clap because they probably were shocked when the $999 price tag was announced for the first S20. That's not even the S20 Plus and the S20 Ultra. By the way, I don't think they mentioned the S20 Plus a lot. I don't think the features were that different. They went straight to the S20 Ultra. Fair enough. But that was crazy. And what thing actually got you to be interested in the devices? So far 58% of you, because what they started their S20 series features with was the camera. All right, boy oh boy oh boy, the camera. Look, there is no doubt that the camera on the S20 is much better, or at least is somehow better than the S10. You with me? On paper, it's better. It's got that 30x space zoom. It's got that AI. And it's got that 10x optical zoom, and then you multiply by the 10 digital zoom, and that gives you 100 zoom. Did you see when they zoomed in 100 times to that palace? Did you see the footage? It was blurry, it was low resolution, because throughout the whole presentation they kept mentioning how even if you zoom in, you're going to maintain the high quality resolution. That was pure rubbish, and I wasn't the only one that mentioned this. A lot of people in the chat, and since then they've been watching the videos in the comments, they've mentioned that the footage, the zoom footage, was really, really bad. Now guys, of course, you can get this type of footage with a normal camera and you will not lose any resolution. And I get what they're trying to do is they're trying to put better features in a digital smartphone with digital zoom, which is fair enough. But if you can't produce the results of clear picture and clear footage from a distance, do not put this as your marketing technique. That's completely rubbish. For me, that was a complete failure in terms of the 100 times zoom. You saw it. It was rubbish. Yes, you can zoom, but it was rubbish. Now, what did Google give us? I think Google gave us the moon, correct? And it was much, much clearer. I don't remember the exact footage, but if you guys know, yes, so I agree with you. 100 times digital zoom can't be good. You are correct, which is why do not put it on as a feature of your launch and then charge $1,400 for that. Don't do that. That's what I'm saying. It was ridiculous. Anyway, not kind of a rant, but you know where this is going. But the other problem that they kept mentioning, all right, 5G was a huge feature of this whole presentation. And I get it, 5G is meant to be the standard in the near future. And the keyword here is in the near future. There is a lot of places, even in UK and in the States, where they don't even have 5G at the moment from one area to another. Right now, they don't have 5G. they don't know when they're going to get 5G. And even if they do, the deployment is going to take a while to reach nationwide level. So they talk a lot about 5G, but I get it, it's a future proofing kind of thing. All right, fine. However, they also mention in terms of the video ability to record in 8K and stream or cast in 8K onto YouTube or your QLED or AMOLED, whatever it is. I think it's QLED TV. So guess what? On top of having to pay $1,400 for your S20 Ultra, and then the buds, which was $149, I think 145, 149, and if anyone is going to be celebrating Valentine's on the 14th of February, that's when they're going to be making available the Z Flip, which I have to admit, the Z Flip is a cute phone. It is really cute. What a lot of people said, it looks like it's going to be a woman's phone. It's going to be a winner in the female genre species. So I don't disagree with it. It's really cute. It's really that was probably the only interesting thing in there. Saying that though, the folded thing that Samsung's got going and the Motorola Razr also brought back, and with the Samsung Galaxy first fold, that was a disaster. There is still a noticeable crease when you fold it, and I'm not the one that's stating this one on the Z Flip. If you watch MKBHD's video, he has mentioned that there's still a crease. They're not going to get rid of that crease anytime soon, and I'm not saying this completely detracts from the beauty of the phone. It is a beautiful phone, but again, $1,340, was it $1,380 for that phone, and that thing is made of glass, back and front. And you know what happens? Come on, guys. If you got a smartphone, write down what smartphone you've got. Most of you has at one point in their life, probably more than that, and even right now, you're probably walking around with a cracked smartphone screen, because if you need to get it repaired and you need to use original parts, you can't afford it. So many of us actually break and drop our phone. Not that if we do, it's when we do drop our phone, and then we spend the next 2 years, if we're on subsidized contract, trying to not repair the phone because we're waiting for the next thing, because obviously you want to get a new one, you're not going to repair it. And that thing is going to drop like no one's business. Okay. Okay, let's see who is here. We've got Chris Taps. Hey Ash, what do you think about the conspiracy about how dangerous is 5G? That's another thing. Okay, now conspiracy theories is always there about anything and everything. You know that. Okay. 5G, yes, we don't have enough science behind it right now because it's not been deployed. However, yeah, there are meant to be issues. But go back 4G, go back 3G, go back to the microwave ways that we have. Everything that they ever come up with in terms of tech, there's always some conspiracy about it. Sometimes there's there's reality behind it, sometimes there's not. I don't know, to be honest with you. I'm quite worried about all these infrared waves that we can't see. Can you imagine now in our wireless wireless world that we live in, if you could see all the spectrum colors of all these rays bouncing around in your house, let alone outside, I think we would be really scared. I think we would not want to use a single wireless device ever again. In fact, there are plenty of documentaries which are established, it is beyond doubt, about the dangers of the wireless infrastructure. And 5G is meant to multiply that problem. I'm quite worried. But again, we'll have to wait for the science behind this, and it's not fun. So I'm worried. Right. Radio waves of higher than 4G, but it's not a big deal. Zizo, you may have information that I don't have. If you know, then that's good for you, but I don't know. Then again, technology, we may complain about it, but unless there's mass problems on a mass scale, like the coronavirus right now, then people won't do anything about it. There might be conspiracies, but there's no direct link. Who knows? Right, Zulu. Yeah, just so months of the S20. No way. Even have the cash, I would buy that. You mean even if you had the cash, Zulu, you would not buy that? Yeah, it's just too expensive. Okay, look, here's a question for anyone who's on the Samsung platform, right? If you've got the S10, okay? If you have the S10, can you seriously tell me what massive improvement from the S10 is there going to be onto the S20 that would justify you completely getting rid of your S10 to go for the S20 for that price tag. My problem is not about the phone, it's the price tag. I think it's ridiculous, right? You guys know in UK we've got Brexit, and even before the Brexit was officially kind of implemented, which was just last month, the end of last month, we saw an increase in price across the country, and we kept asking the shopkeepers, what is it, Brexit? They said no, not yet. And then in January there was more price increase, and now since Brexit I don't even know what's going to happen now. So certainly in UK we've got big problems with price increase on everything. And now, do you think the Samsung phones are going to do well in this country? I don't know about other countries. I think people are really worried about their pocket right now. So that's dang, too much. Okay, so let me know. What do you guys think? Do you think that price is fair? Here's the problem, guys. It's still a smartphone. It is rectangular. I'm talking about the S20 series. And the obviously Z Flip is folded, but we've had folded technology before. Do you remember back in the days before smartphones, we had almost every manufacturer of phones. Motorola, I think, had, I'm not sure about Samsung, but there was a lot of folded phones. You used to call them the flip phones, yeah? Yeah, of course there was no, full screen integration, and it wasn't a smartphone, but we had something called a hinge, and you could flip your phone, okay? So that's nothing new. They've just put that technology in the new smartphone. But it's nothing groundbreaking, is it? Really, that mechanism, we had it. What was I going to say? Can you honestly justify any of these features for the price tag they're talking about? We are still getting a smartphone. You have something called a screen, correct? You've got some form of RAM. Okay, fair enough. They've got a better RAM this year in this model, which it has to be. You have to improve the RAM all the time. They have bigger storage. They are talking about integration with Google, Netflix, and Spotify. Fair enough. Those are standard stuff. None of that is groundbreaking. We expect them to partner with other companies. We expect each phone variant every year to have slightly better specs. It has to have more storage, higher RAM, faster processor, of course. But are these, and I'm asking you, are these really huge technological leaps in the industry? They're not. It's still a smartphone. And like I mentioned, we will still be dropping it. This is not like Jarvis, or a mini version of Jarvis, from Iron Man. I mean, if that came out, if we had a technology like Jarvis, I would be the first one to jump on it. Obviously, I have to be able to afford it, but I would call that a leap in technology. Now, right now, we are talking about electric cars, supposedly to replace the fuel-driven cars. It's not the norm yet, but there's a lot of talk about it. Maybe a couple of years might see a bit more widespread adoption in electric cars. Fair enough. But also, what's in the pipeline are the smart cars, right? And it's fantastic, even from Tesla. Now, for one, I would love to be able to witness the deployment of smart cars. I think, based on what we know in automation, that smart cars will actually, one, reduce traffic, which is usually caused by humans anyway, and traffic lights, and two, would drastically, statistically reduce human error in accidents or collisions, as they call it. What do you guys think? Think about it. If you had in supermarkets or malls, the escalator, for example, it's automated, correct? Even the doors, yeah, the automatic doors. Can you imagine? I think one of the stand-up comedians said that. Trevor Noah. He said, "Would you rather have two guys pushing the doors on you and opening it, because at some point they're gonna make a mistake and they're gonna slam you, correct?" Now that's done automatically. I've got no problem with automation. I think it would actually reduce, problems. Yes, there will be always problems with tech. There will be some mishaps, but it will statistically reduce the problems. And if that technology gets adopted, that's what you call a leap in tech. But freaking smartphone at the moment is still a smartphone. It is nothing new. It is nothing like so wow. It's a like few seconds of wow factor, the flip thing, wow, it flips. And then the price, everyone went silent. Do you know what I'm saying? Okay, let's look at the comments. Chris Taps. Okay, let's go back up a bit. Okay, Marshall Nonogami, I agree too expensive this test. Yeah, I completely agree. Zulu, I have the J7, that's a Samsung, yeah, store right now. It's not the best, but it's good support for Samsung, and I get updates from the OS from time to time, and it's pretty good. Yeah, Zulu, I agree with you. Do you know what I do? Actually, why I do not do on my Samsung? By the way, I'm rocking the S7. S7, and which incidentally I bought used a couple of years ago, not even new. And I only bought that because previously I had an S5, which again I bought used quite late. Kind of started to slow down. But one thing I do not do on my smartphones, unless I have no choice, is to update the software. Every time the notification comes on, I keep saying later, later. And I will not update until one of the apps doesn't work anymore. That would require an update. But so far, as long as all the apps work, I never update my Android software, because you guys know this. I mean, iPhone is a big culprit on this one. They plan obsolete, you know, the planned obsolescence for the devices. Every time you upgrade your iOS, you have problems. And Samsung has also been found guilty on this as well before, okay? So there is a chance when you keep updating your software, yes, it will be slow. So I don't do this. So which is why my phone is still fast as on day one. I'm not saying you should do the same, but look into the literature and do your own research. Zizo, what are you talking about? Your brother has it and you don't see the similarity. Could you clarify? I'm not sure what you mean by similarity. Okay. Chris Steps, haven't really noticed price increase here in UK. What products cost more? Give me some example. Have done anything else at groceries for a while? Okay, well, I'm actually talking about groceries mainly, and every shop I've been to lately, everything has gone up, from the supermarkets to the local shop. Also, when I've been buying tech recently on Amazon, I was quite surprised to find that things I'm buying this year is actually more expensive than 2 years ago, which shouldn't be, because tech usually should come down in price. And then when I was comparing with, for example, the States, now it was dollar for pound. Like if something was £40 here, it was also $40 in the States. At the moment, before it used to be like this, something £40 here would be about $50 to $60 in the States. That's what I'm saying. But I could be wrong on this. You can tell me. Okay, Zizo, same, you never update. Right on, bro. Right. Fosin One Zero. Salam, I think Xiaomi is having a huge opportunity to break down historical manufacturers as Samsung. Thank you so much for mentioning this, Fosin. Right, guys. Budget smartphones and even mid-range smartphones like, yes, Xiaomi, Huawei, what we got, OnePlus, what else we got, you know. I think I would love to see that they kind of have an insurgence, a resurgence in the smartphone market. I mean, they have been doing really well, but now with this nonsense from Samsung, is Samsung mad to think their competitors will not do better? Or maybe something else could happen. I don't know. I'm quite scared. Maybe Samsung is setting a really terrible precedent, and now all the other manufacturers of phones will follow suit. Do you think that's going to happen? Or do you think that they will hold their ground and that's their chance to now get a bigger share of the market, because Samsung is just lost its marbles for the price? Again, my problem is the price issue. Okay. Okay, Zulu, yeah, you were forced to update your phone. Fair enough. If you're forced, as long as it works, I'm just saying if you can afford not to update every now and then, it will help your situation. Zizo, S10 is not similar to S20, so upgrading is understandable. Okay, Zizo, I understand that S10 is not similar to S20 in some of the features, right? That's not my question. My question is, Is it $1,400 different? Do you get what I'm saying to you? Which means you're gonna have to fork out another, get rid of your phone. And is it that much different? Of course, it's gonna be different. They have to make it a bit different, but not for that much money. I mean, again, you tell me, Zizo. Feel free to disagree. It's not a problem. It's still a smartphone, correct? It's not the next best thing after sliced bread. It's not a smart driving car now, is it? Just saying. Okay. Now, the other problem that they mentioned, 5G was one thing, which most of us don't even have. To fully benefit from the 5G devices, they also talked about video ability to be able to record and cast in 8K. So that also means if you want to really make use of your S20, you have to upgrade everything else. 8K TV and 8K connection for your YouTube, for your streaming. Just saying. 4K is not even a standard just yet. It is a lot more widespread, but it's not a standard. Many people are still using Full HD, 1080p, maybe 1440p. 4K is there. Not saying it's not, but a lot of people have understood it's a bit of a gimmick. It's unnecessary, especially depending on the size of your screen. If you have a very tiny screen, 8K is completely redundant. Fair enough on a big screen, and then if you sit at a distance, there is a science to it, the screen dimension versus plus your sitting distance, then you can see the benefit of 4K on a good screen. But on a tiny screen, really? 8K? Psst, not really. Point of diminishing return. Okay, Chris Stapps. For American tech company products, as far as I remember, it's always been price in dollar equals to the same numbers in pounds or euros. Not sure if it was due to tax or company policies. I don't know, bro, because I can tell you I have Amazon.com US and Amazon.co.uk, and I used to buy from US. It was always different prices, not dollar for pounds. But I don't know. Unless they've come down in price there or gone up in price and we have stayed the same. But I can tell you, for what I know, when I've looked at the tech stuff, especially computing stuff, I don't know about other stuff, I was shocked. And actually at the moment I'm preferring to buy from the States because I have some credit from Amazon, even the postage. I actually buy from the States rather from here right now with my Amazon credit. Just works out cheaper, really. Okay, Zulu says, I'd much rather have a good computer for $1,000 than a phone. To me, is just a throwaway thing after a short bit of use. Zulu, we think the same. I mean, I'm completely agree with you. Guys, you know my feelings on laptops. Yeah, usually I'm not a big fan of them. But $1,400, I would rather spend on a laptop, which, is going to be a decent laptop for video editing, that I know at least I can use it to create income streams for revenue. Yeah, I would rather do that, not for a phone. And the other problem with those phones, one huge issue, guys, understand this. If we as consumers every year just keep bowing and bending backwards to these corporate giants and we say, do whatever you want, they've already caused problems in terms of re-engineering designs of phones and other devices to make it almost impossible for you to repair. Not only do they not provide you the spare parts, they do not provide schematics for it, okay? And if perchance they have some parts, the part is so expensive that it sometimes costs more money for you to repair. Do you understand? Now, you may or may not know this. Check out for Amazon as well. They've been found, and I think iFixit did a documentary on it. Amazon has been found to be mass producing of those Amazon Choices devices that do not have spare parts. I can tell you one that I opened. I own 3 tablets for my kids, the Fire HD8, something like that. And one of it, the charging port died, and I wanted to, to repair it. And when I opened it, I was quite shocked. One, I called up Amazon. They do not sell spare parts, not even the charging port on Amazon. It's a Fire tablet from Amazon. They don't even have charging ports. So I had to go elsewhere on eBay to find it. And then when I opened it, I was really shocked the way they engineered the inside, the battery, and how they wired things together. It is impossible to repair those Fire HD tablets. So if it gets damaged, you're done. And most of the devices, according to iFixit, is the same problem. So what's happening is every year, those tech companies, those manufacturers, are making it almost impossible for you to repair your gadget. Okay? And that's causing e-waste problems. I'm not an environmentalist per se. I'm not going to give you a green political statement here, but I do have concerns, and I can see the problem. It's really, really bad. You know, all our devices get sent to third world countries where they are having to work on them under very toxic conditions, right? It's not easy. And that's not on, man. I mean, every year, come on. Do we have to keep buying this nonsense every year? Are we that weak as a people to say, yeah, tech companies, do whatever you want, we'll just keep buying. We've got no say in it. Come on. Zulu, looks like you're doing the show for me, man. Everything you're saying, I'm agreeing with. Maybe you should do the show for me next time. You know what I'm saying? Wayne Parker, I had my S10 stolen, so I need a new phone. What should I get? Oh my god, Wayne. Why did you have to say the stolen part? That's not the problem. Guys, smartphone theft have increased since, obviously, phone theft have increased because of smartphones. And if you don't drop your phone, someone's going to be nicking it. You know, one of these two, chances are. And that's a problem. Look, Wayne, I can't really tell you what to get, what not to get. I don't think it's good value for money, the new S20. I don't. I'm so sorry to hear your S10 got stolen. That's the problem as well with these smartphones. It invites a lot of theft and corruption and antisocial, behavior as well. So I can't advise you. Look, I believe in buying a phone that does the job that I require at the best value possible. For me personally, I don't see even me getting a mid-range smartphone. I don't have need for it because I use computers, I use cameras, I use microphones, and the concept about trying to put all the features of every device imaginable in a single device, like a smartphone, is like when you have, what you call them, those knives, those utility knives, multifunction knives. Of course, you can put a spoon, a fork, a screwdriver, and a finger, what's it called, a nail clipper on your utility knife, but it's not really usable, is it? Like, you can't use it for daily stuff. So that's what they're trying to do in smartphones. They're trying to pass it as this one device that will replace everything else, put everything in there. Why do you think professionals do not use a smartphone as their main gear for filming or photography? They don't. Now, yeah, Samsung Unpacked event, they use the smartphone to stream this. Fair enough. I think it works as a streaming device. But don't kid yourself. They are talking about better camera. And guys, you could have Christopher Nolan's video camera, but it will not make you a director, because you can give a very low-end camera to a professional and they will create good pictures or good footage or good video, because it's not the tool. If you don't know anything about ISO, shutter speed, or white balance, and how to compose your footage, how to tell a story, you could have the most expensive camera in the world, doesn't matter. So no, this is just marketing gimmick, okay? I don't know. Chris Taps, Wayne, get Xiaomi or Poco phone. I agree, good phones. Chris Taps, what about warranty if buying from States? Not worried if the thing breaks down? Yeah, Chris Taps, that's true. That's one thing that I have to watch out for. So when I do buy something from States, I take a risk sometimes. And I would buy from, reputable companies, the big companies, which I know the warranty extends internationally. But I don't buy many electrical devices from States. I would buy things like last time I got a tripod, which is not electrical, it's mechanical. I would buy certain things which doesn't require a tech kind of breakdown, if that makes sense. But I hear you. It's a bit risky, obviously. But I've got the credit. I might as well use it. Um, at Wayne Parker, Zulu says maybe what you can do is get another Samsung device for about half the price of the S10 that you had. Yeah, I agree with you, Zulu. But then again, he had the S10. That's kind of a downgrade, but not a lot of people want to downgrade from a device like that. Look, guys, if you got the S10, keep your S10, man. Your life is not going to be much better with the S20 if you have the S10. If you got the money, buy the Note Plus, the Note 10 Plus, yeah? That's really good value. You can do a lot more multi functions with that. Or do you know what? Even better. You got the money, buy gold. Gold is increasing in price every day. Well, it's increasing in price. That's good investment. Buy gold or buy stocks. Learn how to stock trade. Go get stocks. Those things will make you money. You're spending $1,400 on a phone. That's not going to make you money. Forget it. I need some of you to convince me that I'm completely wrong, that it is worth it, and that we should accept this. I'm not convinced. I can't afford it. Even if I could afford it, I wouldn't be buying this. But if you want to buy it, no, feel free. And you know one last problem, unfortunately. Those social media influencers in the big tech channels, like on YouTube, what do you think they're going to tell you when they are getting a sponsored phone from Samsung or any other company? Are they going to tell you it's a bad phone, don't get it? They're not helping. Okay. There are very few tech channels that are really honest and transparent with their review. One guy that I really appreciate, he's not a big tech channel, but he's a tech review channel. His name is Jason from Painfully Honest Tech. I'm going to put a link up there at some point, or a link in the description below. If you go to his channel, he's a really decent guy. He seems genuinely concerned about not getting ripped off and not getting you guys ripped off, and he does good reviews. I think he's singing the same song as I am in terms of ridiculous for the Samsung S20. So go watch his channel, subscribe to him. Hopefully he's not going to lead you astray. The other tech companies, the other tech channels, the big ones, it's going to be on an individual basis, but I don't trust them. I'm at the backbone, I'm behind the scenes now. I know what companies do, what they want us to do, and a lot of us have sold out on trying to convince, gullible people that you should be buying the latest and greatest in their terms, not mine. Okay. Well, how are we doing? 40 minutes. Man, that's enough of me. So, guys, ask me anything. Come on. Zulu says, I don't even trust smartphones for saving data. You know that the memory cells on the phone wear out much faster than mechanical drives. Over time, they start overwriting files and things go missing. Yeah, obviously, Zulu, that's an issue. That's not though a conspiracy. I believe it's a problem for every smartphone. It's not specific to Samsung. So yeah, but I get your point. Chris Taps, is stock trading haram? Chris Taps, this is not a religious channel, so I don't discuss these things usually. And also, even if he was, I'm not an expert in what's halal or haram. Okay, but no, it's not. It depends on what you're trading in, and you need to go and find a scholar to ask about. There are some limitations, but it's not a blanket statement. Okay, there are some things you can deal with, but I'm not an expert in it. I'm just saying there are investment outside of what we know, what we should be looking into. How old am I, Dennis? How old do you think I am, Dennis? If you get it right, I'll give you a lollipop. How old do you think I am? It's not a secret. Dang, do you know what? I actually don't know how old I am this year. Let me just work it out. So, what is it? 2020. Oh crap. Okay, if you give me some sort of um, guesses, then I'll tell you. Yeah. Okay, guys. So what's next? Today I was supposed to obviously do the troubleshoot series continuation, but I couldn't because I actually already did a live session this week, but this one was kind of a last minute thing. I am working on maybe doing a reaction, a technical reaction to the S20, which I'll release at some point before the official deployment of the S20. In the meantime, I also went and sent out a picture today to the London bus turned into a kebab shop, which was fantastic, and I'll do a video on that. Dennis, you think I'm 32? I wish, Dennis, I'm much older. Zulu, you think I'm 27? Are you guys kidding me? Are you guys kidding me? I wish I was. I'm a lot older than this. Yeah, I was born 1977, which makes me this year 43. I'm getting old, man. I feel old. Oh man. So you guys are probably very, very young. You could be my like my kids, innit? I'm 43. Okay. My stolen videos, Chris Taps. Oh, thank you for asking. Well, I did do the copyright strike thingy with YouTube, and they have removed all the videos so far. So there isn't a single one left on the ones that we did copyright strike. The 3 videos which I contacted the channels, they haven't responded yet. They've got about 2 days left, so you know, I'll wait out. Chris Taps, are you 38? I don't know. Or are you still guessing? Okay, what's next? And I think that's it in terms of my rant. What do you guys think? So tell me, should we be dissuading or encouraging people to buy the Samsung S20 at that price range? Jason from Painfully Honest Tech, he suggests we should boycott them. I agree with him. I think we should. Guys, we don't want this to repeat next year or the other companies to follow suit. Do you know what I'm saying? Dennis, you're 44. I am 43. Zulu, 31. Really? Wow. Zulu, I've heard you on your videos. You do not sound 31. You sound much, much younger. I thought you were like a young kid, maybe in the 18s, 19s. You know what I'm saying? Wow. Well done, bro. Okay, you're still guessing. All right. Okay, fair enough. I guess you're not getting the lollipop then. So where do we go next? I forgot to tell you. I was a bit cheeky this week with the live Samsung event, which I streamed through my channel. I actually got into trouble with copyright claim, not copyright strike, because I streamed the whole thing. It's actually Samsung's. So what I ended up doing, I used YouTube editor to remove those parts which were claimed. They were mainly the adverts for the phones. Once I did that, which took over a day because it's so slow to do it on YouTube, it was fine. It was a bit risky, but the good news is it brought me a lot of views. It was incredible for my YouTube analytics. It was amazing. I was like shocked. If I have one of the pictures, I'll show you. Is it here? Nope. I'll show you later. But it shot my everything. The average view duration, the click-through rate, the watch time, the impressions, everything shot by so much, and it was thanks to that event. But now I am going to be taking a bit more risk like this because, like you guys know, my channel has been suffering. So if you see me do some other weird videos, please forgive me. If you're a subscriber, you don't like it, I'm so sorry, but I've got to do what I've got to do. We'll still always be doing tech, but we'll venture into some other things to make it a bit more interesting. You know what I'm saying? And that's it. My throat hurting as usual, so I'm going to take my leave. Who's same age as Zulu? Chris Taps. Okay. Dezambo Killer. Hello Ash, I managed to get my PC working. It indeed has a problem with PSU. I changed my GPU with a much weaker GPU that uses 6x6 power. In the past, I had a 4 GB OC760, but now I'm using a 1 GB GPU. Oh man, you had to downgrade 1 GB GPU. So that's going to be a problem on your FPS on your games. But at least you've resolved the problem. I'm glad to hear that. So what's the plan going forward? Would you be trying to upgrade the parts so you can get a better graphics card? Oddly enough, games used to crash, but when benchmarking, it never crash. When benchmarking, you mean the in-game benchmarking or software benchmarking? Because if it's in-game, it wouldn't crash because that's quite... The in-game benchmarks are not very accurate anyway. Okay, guys, I'm gonna be leaving soon. Do you have any questions? Anything else? Nothing too technical, hopefully. Not to mention, I am not going to be getting the S20. I doubt Samsung will ever be sending me anything anytime soon. I'm too small for this. Plus, I've been, dissing on them. However, if I did get the S20, do you know what I'm going to do? If I ever get like one of those new smartphones, I will give it back to one of you. Of course, I'm going to have to make it my worth. I'm going to have to do some sort of stunt. Maybe like, I was thinking to do a treasure hunt, give you guys a treasure hunt. I'm going to say, look, I've got this fantastic new smartphone from Samsung, the S20 Ultra, whatever. So come and find me. Here are the clues. And if whoever can find me, they get the smartphone. Obviously, I want the video to do well, so we can pull in a lot more traffic, and then I'll get my money back, and you get the phone. And imagine that, you know what I'm saying? But if you keep supporting me, maybe we can do these things. I do want to give back to the community. You can start by giving me some super chats here. Anyone? No? Okay, fine. Just keep sharing my videos, keep subscribing, keep liking, keep commenting, and keep suggesting awesome topics we can do on the channel. I am going to be collaborating with more people. I've been reaching out to them. If one of you want to collaborate with me, you know where my details are. Get in touch, hit me up, no problemo. Zulu, I had to start over Windows yesterday too. These weird errors kept coming up. Oh man, Windows. I know, yeah. I think Microsoft said they're retiring one of their builds. Is the 18 something, isn't it? Because that thing was problematic. Windows is always a problem. Zulu, if you can, always put Windows on one disk and then your other stuff on a different drive, because always separate your OS from your stuff, because even if you have to reinstall, at least you don't have to mess with your other drive with your important data. That's what I do all the time. Ahi, yai, ahi, ahai, ahai, yi. What is it? Y1, Y2, yi. How do you spell that? How do you pronounce it? Should we push it to 1 hour? I'll wait around. Tell me, what do you want to do? What have I got for you? I got nothing for you. I got nothing. Yeah. Last question for today. The troubleshoot series. Should I continue the live sessions for this? I don't have to. I don't know whether it's worth it, because what I've been doing is going through each episode and removing the fluff. So I will re-upload them either as one long, series or 10 shorter series. But I can promise you, they're much, much more precise. They're none of the fluff, none of the shameless pluggings or all of that. But in terms of keeping a live session for that, do you guys still want that, or probably not worth it? I should just move to a different topic for the live. Can you let me know? I will post up a community link for you guys to tell me whether you want me to continue the troubleshoot series as a live session or do something else as a live session. Let me know. Okay. Yeah, if you benchmark with Heaven only, didn't crash, but that doesn't benchmark your whole system. It takes more into account your GPU. You should do more than just Heaven. You should do a burn-in test, like what's that called? The 3D test. Okay. Also do a stress test from something like Prime 95. Do a few different types of tests, not just one test. Okay. Zulu, taskbar and couple of other graphics colors for the icons look different somehow. Okay, I did not notice. I mean, I had an update, but then again, do you know what? I don't care for the operating system anymore, man. It just annoys me. As long as the internet browser is working and the apps are working, that's all I care really. The the OS is just like a background layer, isn't it? I don't really interact with it as much. But I know what you're saying, man. It's always problematic with Windows. Chris Taps, troubleshooting doesn't require to be live. I think you're right, Chris Taps. I don't think I should continue it. I was trying to answer some of the questions as like a concept, but I think I should try something different. If you guys agree with Chris Taps, please let me know. Go and vote in the community post when I eventually post it up. You're probably right. I think the only probably interesting troubleshoot would be if we did get someone's actual computer with an actual problem live, and then we did a troubleshoot live. Maybe show you some of the kind of mishaps that can happen if you troubleshoot wrongly. Probably that what we might try and do as a series. But in terms of me trying to do generic troubleshoot, questions and answers, it doesn't really work for a live thing. But we'll see. But I will be moving on to other stuff. Okay. Zulu pictures. All right, fair enough. Send it to me, no problem. Okay. So, is anyone looking forward to the iPhone release in September this year? Is anyone wanting to get the next iPhone? Now that Samsung has increased their price, what's Apple going to do? Because Apple can't be on the same price level as Samsung, clearly. See, that's not the problem. Now Apple may be releasing $2,000 plus phones because they have to be Apple. Do you know what I'm saying? They can't they can't sell the same price as Samsung. Kristaps, troubleshoot broken Galaxy S20 live. Oh my god. Oh, the only broken Galaxy S20 I would do if I get it for free, I'd do a stunt like Mr. Beast. I would probably, if I can't give it to you guys, I'd smash it just to make a statement. If I get it for free, obviously. Don't tempt me. You know what I'm saying? Of course, if I paid for it, I would never smash it. That's a waste. But to send a message. Can you imagine that video? Can you imagine if I actually pulled like a Mr. Beast thingy and I got the S20 on official day of release, which is in March sometime, and I said, guys, S20, instead of giving it to you, I'm gonna smash it live on YouTube. Oh my god. Oh my god. I'd get so much hate, but at the same time I'd get so much traffic. Don't tempt me. Don't challenge me to do this. Mr. Beast. No. Should we? No. 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 Oh, no. Don't tempt me. Do not tempt me. Is Apple still charging just to get things like music? Anything like that? Zulu? I don't know. Someone? You can answer. Apple's always charging for everything. Guys, about 5 more minutes. We'll push it to about an hour. I'm doing some shameless average watch duration continuation. I've got to do what I've got to do for the channel. Do you have any other questions? Never had an iPhone. Only Apple tech I had was iPod. Just didn't feel like buying one because all the cool people have it. Just don't get this hipster. Everyone wants to be creative thing. You just messed up. You just angered a lot of people there. Ace Kids PC. Hello, Ace Kids PC. I haven't spoken to you people for a while. How are you? Cool name. Do you guys know who Ace Kids PC is? Ace Kids PC, do you want to introduce yourself? Okay, so about 4 minutes left. I'm just killing time at this stage. Okay, so yeah, tell me, Apple, they are gonna not, they're not gonna be happy with releasing a $1,400 phone now, are they? Or even $1,000 phone. Come on, they're gonna have to push it to 2,000. I think. I think. Ah, it's a shame. Okay, let's have a look. By the way, if anyone's interested, some people keep asking me. I will show you on the display. If you are looking for a very good video editor, I would advise you to try this DaVinci Resolve. I'm using the free version, and for what it is, yeah, it's better than Adobe Photoshop, Adobe Premiere Pro, because you can do a lot of stuff with this. It's got all the functions of all the Adobe suite in one, because like Fusion, like Fairlight. So it's really good. I mean, the free version is good enough for everything you need. So do not hesitate, give that a go. The only thing is probably you need a slightly decent computer. I'm not sure how it performs on a lower spec one. I have tried it on the AMD FX. It was fine. I haven't tried it on something below than that. But with video editing, you can't really go with low spec hardware. It has to be semi decent. But it's free. I mean, I don't even use a lot of the functions. I just use mainly editing, and I'm learning to edit stuff. But this thing, man, it is so good. So give that a go. There's a few other good video editing which are free, and I've tried before. Lightworks is limited to 720p, and it has a bit of an issue. HitFilm 4 Express is also good, but for me it didn't work out. What else you have on the cross-platform compatibility? You have OpenShot. For Linux, you have is it KDN Live, meant to be good as well. But I will tell you, like, objectively and subjectively, DaVinci Resolve is the best video editor I've ever used, and is so powerful, and I need to start using it more professionally. Give that a go. Yeah, they've got a paid version as well, but for me, for YouTube, you do not need the paid version. I think the only thing with the paid version is a different protocol altogether. If it's a different file, so the 4K footage and playback is much better, much smoother with the paid version. But I don't use 4K anyway. So with 1080p is fine. Give that a go. It's well worth it. Okay. December, try some more benchmarks. Okay, fair enough. No problem. You're welcome for the tips. Feel free to give me some love. Yeah, accept tips as well. Filmora, yeah, Zulu, you said that. Filmora wanted to share, but try a few others if he's giving you. Did you not say that Filmora has a watermark? How did you get rid of it? Okay. Anyway, guys, we've reached over an hour. Thank you so much for tuning into this live stream, and we'll probably not release a video this week now because we've done 3 already, but we'll see. If I do, look forward to my kebab in the London bus video, and also we're going to start doing some gaming content hopefully from next week. Thank you so much for watching. Go and watch these 2 videos on your screen right now, which is popping up for you if you want to become a better tech or unleash your inner tech, improve relationship with technology. And also don't forget to use my Amazon affiliate links in the description below. And go check out the other videos on the channel as well. Share it, like it, comment on it, and hopefully we'll do some great things together. I will see you in the next one. Peace out.